right, well, while we jam out to some Frogger He's Back music, music that haunts my childhood, welcome in, everybody. Let me say hello to everybody. I'll go over the rules. Make sure while I'm yapping and saying hello that you guys read the rules. We're doing a different format tonight. You're playing to lose, kind of, in a way, but I'll, of course, get to that in a minute. In a minute. Thermal Pollution, welcome in, who was first. Maybe I need to turn this down just a little bit. I'm not really sure. Hopefully I'm not too loud. Let me know if the audio is bad. Developer Own, welcome in. I know it's Tuesday. We do it every week, but I'm happy to have you here. Anyways, enjoy your food wherever you are eating on this evening. Gino Leo, welcome in. Last week's winner, happy to have you back. Degaboo, welcome in. We got Prince Anime. We got Behind the Eight Ball. We got Soul XOXO. Sup y'all indeed. I hope everybody's doing well. Jaguar, welcome in. Gigantic Pengu, welcome in. Okay, I think I got everybody. If I didn't say hello, hopefully I'll see a message come through from you soon. And I'll try to call you out at that point. Tonight is the Loser's Gambit. So you're gonna earn points for getting things wrong tonight. Starting with the sponsorship. Normally, as you guys know, the way that this works is every round that your sponsor wins typically earns you 3 points. But we don't want your sponsor to win tonight. We want your sponsor to lose in round number 1. And interestingly, everybody's got, well, I shouldn't say everybody, but a lot of people have their money on Joker as the big loser tonight. Or maybe the big winner, maybe people don't know. I'm not really sure. But it is notable that Joker currently has 3 sponsors, so everybody's kind of riding or dying together. But tonight, if your sponsor goes out in the first round, you earn 5 points. In fact, everybody actually starts with 5 points. And if I remember, I'll show you guys the leaderboard before we actually kick things off today. Everybody's going to start with 5 points. If your sponsor goes out in the first round, you keep all 5 of those points. You will get 1 point for each prediction you make, and you will also get an additional point for every prediction that you get wrong. So, there's still 30 points up for grabs from predictions, but there's actually only 5 available from sponsors tonight. If your sponsor advances to the quarterfinals but loses in the quarterfinals, they will earn 2 points. If they make it to the semifinals and lose, they will earn 1 point. If they make it to the finals and lose, they will earn you 0 points, down from 5. If your sponsored fighter wins the tournament tonight, you lose 5 points on top of your score, which would cap you at 25 possible points. But everybody's playing for 35 tonight, and we are still going to give out bonus prizes if people manage to get 15 for 15 correct or 15 for 15 incorrect. It's just that the precision and the pity prize are maybe reversed tonight. In a manner of speaking. So make sure that while you guys are spending this time before the game here, think about what fighter will lose as fast as possible. The fighter that has the least chance to make it to the end. Or, let me put it this way. If you feel like your luck is traditionally pretty bad at Smash Tourney, maybe you should play normally tonight and you will end up winning as a result. You never know. But then you have to ask yourself, is it worth trying to intentionally nerf yourself? Maybe people that typically score pretty well on predictions, if you're going against your gut to intentionally score wrong, I don't know, how does that compare to the people that think they're doing well but really aren't? Maybe there's a study to be had in tonight's particular game mode. But in any case, 35 points. That's what we're targeting tonight. Sponsor he or she or they that you think will lose. What would Thermal do? Exactly. What would Thermal do? Yeah, that is a good question. Also, welcome into BP and user Fifu, of course. We've got a very interesting lineup tonight. You know, I say this normally, and tonight is no exception. I have the Switch randomly select the lineup, and that includes the color palette of all the fighters, but also which fighters are actually playing. And Incineroar is back. This is the 3rd tournament in a row for Incineroar. Looking to try to make it to the finals once again. Was thwarted last week, though. Pokemon Trainer did ultimately get the win, but we kind of have, if I do say so myself, some pretty weaker fighters tonight. It's almost like Nintendo knew exactly what I was looking for. It's kind of hard to look here at this lineup of 16 fighters and say, one of these is objectively better than all of the others. Some of you may feel like there's somebody in there. Maybe some of you are thinking Fox is really strong, or Pyra and Mithra are really strong. Dark Samus may be really strong. But also, are they? Are they? They're no Byleth. They're no Richter. They're, you know, I don't know. It'll be very interesting to see. I guess Zelda was pretty successful last season, but we've seen this season's underdogs pull off a number of upsets. But SoulXOXO does say that Triangle Wave Hair Boy will defeat Persona Man in combat. Well, it could happen. It could happen. We did see some success from Villager in Season 1. Will Villager bring that same heat in Season 2 in this Loser's Gambit tournament? Give you guys about another half minute, and then we'll kick things off. No sense in dawdling. Oh, I will mention, $10 is the grand prize tonight, and kindly, Dagobah actually deferred his consolation prize last week. He told me after stream. That consolation prize is rolling over into tonight's consolation prize. So we have a $10 grand prize and a $10 consolation prize. So really, participating gives you about the same chance as actually winning a grand prize. So you have that to look forward to. Some money on the line here tonight. Technically $40 if we have all 4 prize criteria met. All right. Well, I mean, so far, about to roll into this tournament, it's looking like Meta Knight and Joker are standing out as 2 fighters that have more votes than anybody else. People's lack of faith in these 2 fighters could really bite them. You never know. I would also say it's especially interesting to me that we got 2 on Meta Knight, only because that's the first matchup. And to be fair, you're only losing points actively if your fighter continues on. It's not like you're stagnant. You could still potentially win some points tonight so long as your sponsored fighter doesn't win at all. But it is very interesting. And as I mentioned, so obviously we're going to be losing points based on if your fighter advances, but then the prediction phase will be 1 point per incorrect prediction tonight. All right, I think we probably have everybody that wants to participate tonight. Maybe Metal Knight. Yeah. All right, well, let's do it. Let's close up these sponsorships. Before we actually start the tournament, let me see if this works. I don't actually know if this is going to work. Let me pop over to the leaderboard screen real quick. So as you can see, here are all the entrants tonight. Everybody's starting with 5 points. Everybody's got 5 points to start. You will only lose points from this initial 5 if your sponsor advances. All other points in tonight's game will be achieved through your predictions, whether they're correct or incorrect. Okay, back to the sponsor screen. Everybody's in first place, actually. Mario Blue. Why is Mario Blue? Actually, Blue Mario's looking a little bit like your Bros design, Gigantic Pingu. All right, let me actually, hang on, I gotta pull up my Switch capture as a window so that I can see what I'm doing here, and we will get started with this tournament, shall we? Pull up the volume here, and let me know if I am too loud or if the game is too loud. This is generally what we're at. So you want to guess who wins in predictions or who loses? Let me explain that in just 1 second. For our first matchup tonight, we have Wolf versus Meta Knight, and you will earn a point for every incorrect prediction that you make, which means that you actually want to predict who's going to lose. If you think that Wolf is going to beat Meta Knight, then you should predict Meta Knight. If you think that Meta Knight is going to be Wolf, then you should predict Wolf. You will earn points backwards tonight. So it's going to be a little confusing, might take a little bit of getting used to. You're going to have to second guess yourself here before we go into these matches. But who loses? Predict who will lose, essentially. And right now, it's pretty close to 50-50. The interesting thing, right, about this particular format is it's really not that different. Like, in terms of, you're voting one way or another. It's not like, you know, there's three, we're not splitting it three ways. Not, one person doesn't get any particular advantage. But it is 50-50, which means, you know, on another night, we might see this exact same split, but backwards. All of the Meta Knight supporters are actually Wolf supporters, and all of the Wolf supporters are actually Meta Knight supporters. All right, we got 10 votes in. I think that's probably everybody that we're gonna roll with. As the kids would say, Meta Knight low-key got motion. I don't know about this one. Well, there's one way to find out, and that is by getting right into this tournament. We're gonna close up the predictions for match number 1, and we're gonna find out who loses between Wolf and Meta Knight. We are not going to skip the battle. Let's check it out. All the rest of the rules are the same. Final Smash meter is on. All of the standard items are on. But we've got Wolf versus Meta Knight.
3, 2,
Okay, one of our classic knee stages. Meta Knight's gonna get the first blood here as we see cursed tails hanging out by the pool. All right. So far, I don't know. I don't know if the fighters are gonna play differently. Or maybe they're going to play normally. You never know. Developer Own is going down. But is that reverse psychology? That is the big question. All right, Guile is going to make his first appearance of the night. Actually, our first assist trophy, period. And Meta Knight's flying around. Got to be a little bit careful of the blast zone up above. Noah Schnapp hanging out in that room down there. If you look closer, you may see Sam's the Skeleton. That's true. Sam's the Skeleton is there. And that's going to be a Pokeball Dedenne for Wolf, but Dedenne is about as far away from Meta Knight as humanly possible. There's Sans the Skeleton. Okay, Tails is doing something in the pool room up above. I don't like that. Okay, so Meta Knight's kind of bringing this one back to some extent. Both fighters getting closer to their final smashes. There's a nice up move from Wolf to take out Meta Knight. Meta Knight's gonna get his final smash very shortly here, but it is Meta Knight versus Wolf and Gray Fox. So Meta Knight's on a 2v1 situation here. And we're on a much smaller map now. We are about to get the final smash from Meta Knight, but Wolf is not far behind. Meta Knight will use the final smash right now, and that looks like it could potentially KO. Will it give Wolf his final smash? It will, and Wolf will lose the final smash as a result. So very well played by Meta Knight. It also waited out the Gray Fox assist trophy. There's a Pokeball for Wolf. He's going to use it, and it is Go-Go. Interesting positioning for Go-Go, though. I don't think that Go-Go is going to actually leave that platform. So not super ideal, but the recovery move from Meta Knight actually used relatively offensively there. And Meta Knight has to be careful. He is able to grab onto the ledge. Pokeball again for Wolf. This time it's Abra. This is going to teleport Meta Knight off the map, but Meta Knight has great recovery. He's got lots of regular jumps and, of course, a decent up B in itself. But Meta Knight has taken a lot of damage, and Wolf is actually just inching closer to getting his final smash again. One more up kick from Wolf. Another move from Wolf. Wolf's got an assist trophy. It's not looking good for Meta Knight. Will Wolf advance? Or is Meta Knight going to pull this off somehow? Wolf is going to land the final smash, and Meta Knight goes flying, but he's not out yet. He's going to have to take some damage to this squad first, and there he is gone. So it is Wolf moving on. Those of you who sponsored Meta Knight, good move, because Meta Knight is going to earn you guys 5 points. The Wolf sponsors drop down to 2, as we will see by marking Wolf as the winner of that match. Here is the leaderboard. We've got Thermal Pollution, Developer Rowan, Gina Leah, Soul XOXO, and BP all currently in the lead with 7 points apiece, as technically for those of you who sponsored Meta Knight, so Developer Rowan and Gina Leah, you guys will have that locked in, but nobody else has lost points yet, so we still have a 5-way tie for first. Unfortunately, if you're behind the 8 ball, Wolf will move on. It's not every day that we get to phrase it like that. But here we go, on to match number 2. Let's get some more points off the board. Or on the board, depending on how you look at it. Dark Pit versus Sora is our second matchup of the night. Predict 3 if you think that Dark Pit will lose. Predict 4 if you think Sora will lose. And right now we've got, all right, we got 7 votes in. I think we had 10 votes for last one and a 5v5 matchup. We've got, so we'll probably be looking for about 10, but we'll wait a little bit here and see if we got 11 or 12 or anybody else trickle in here to make the predictions. Technically speaking, because you only get 5 total points from sponsors tonight if you successfully sponsored an unsuccessful fighter, that means that you can definitely win even without sponsoring. Monkey Kong, says Gamey Katie. Speaking of which, obviously, you have an opportunity here to still win, but you're going to have to make all the predictions count in this one, Katie. You have to predict for which one you think is going to lose tonight. That is the gimmick of tonight's tournament. So make sure that if you thought Dark Pit was going to win, you're going to want to change your vote. If you think Dark Pit's going to win, you're going to want to predict 4. If you think that Sora's going to win, you're going to want to predict 3. Despite a 7-day work week, Katie has made time to gamble. That's true, but that's the most important time of the week, is Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Central Time. And we do have 11 votes in with Katie's vote here, so I think we're going to move forward with this selection of people. Predictions for match number 2 are closed. And let's see who goes down. Dark Pit versus Sora.
3,
Both in their red variants.
go!
All right, Sora very floaty. Also has a great recovery. We'll see how much he has to use that. Honestly, Dark Pit also has a pretty good recovery. But so far, Dark Pit has done all the damage to Sora and continues that trend as Sora is able to recover, sitting at about 50% to Dark Pit's 0. There's an assist trophy. Dark Pit's thinking about it. Still bullying Sora, and we've got Skull Kid making an appearance for Dark Pit, gonna make the fighters invisible so we can't see what's going on, but they know what's going on. Dark Pit finally takes a little bit of damage from Sora here. Magic Koopa gonna change the background for us. Got a Pokeball up top if either of the fighters want to go for it. Dark Pit actually decides to pass it up. Sora's at about 100%. This could put Dark Pit to sleep potentially. Blossom. Okay, actually dancing around in the middle. Dark Pit's not going to go anywhere near Blossom, so it won't be an effective Pokeball for Sora, unfortunately. But now there's an assist trophy. Sora, oh, Dark Pit goes down to an SD. Self-destruct on Dark Pit. Maybe a throw. And, all right, Dark Pit, Sora now on even footing, but Sora actually has a slight advantage after an atrocious start. Dark Pit at 64% taking damage to Dr. Wily and Sora both. Dark Pit's got to be careful with the Blast Zone here. You don't want to go too high up. Dr. Wily could potentially knock you out of this thing. Riki's going to make an appearance from Xenoblade. And Sora's got Final Smash first. Will he use it? Dark Pit's about to get his Final Smash. Dark Pit has his Final Smash as well. Who will use it first? Sora is going to use it first. And that looks like it's that for Dark Pit is going to pay for the self-destruct on the previous stage. So Sora gets the win. Sora is locked in. Okay, and with that, Sora will be moving on, and those of you Sora supporters will lose a couple points. I don't know if we had any Sora sponsors. No, we did not. So here's where the leaderboard stands currently through this number of matches. Actually, we've only got Degaboo, who's perfect for predictions tonight, going for that pity prize, and we have BP, 0 for 2, going for the precision prize. Well, wait, did I say that backwards? It's one way or the other tonight. It doesn't really matter. Actually, also behind the 8 ball is technically 2 for 2 on precision, and his fighter's continuing on. So not a great position to be, but there's still 3 people alive currently for the particular prizes. BP is the one to catch currently in the lead. Okay. I hope you guys are as confused as I am. We're moving on to match number 3. We've got Mario Blue. Mario Blue. Why are you blue, Mario? Many people are asking. If you think Dark Samus is going to win, predict 5. If you think Mario is going to win, predict 6. Dark Samus. All right, Dark Samus with no votes currently, so nobody thinks Dark Samus is going to lose. Okay, Gina Leah finally thinks Mario is going to... Okay, I spoke a little bit too soon. Prince Anime, Dagaboo, Gina Leah all going to come in and back Mario on this one, technically. But this is kind of an interesting one. These two fighters are probably... two of the stronger fighters on the left side of the bracket, if I had to say. So one of them will move on. One of them will go down a little bit early. Ice Mario. Blue Mario. Bros. As Gigantic Pingu would draw. So get those votes in. Remember, you guys are predicting for who you think will lose the match tonight. You want to be wrong about who wins. How we are awarding points. San Francisco Mario. P exclamation point. Am I the third Mario brother? I am not the third Mario brother, but Bros is. Gigantic Piggy, you gotta start with the exclamation point. There we go. All right, I think that's all of our votes, and we got 11. That looks like what we had in the past. So, with that, we'll roll forward here. What is that? What even is that? P exclamation point space 4. Ooh, a new better TTV emote. Who knew? All right, predictions for this match number 3 are closed, and we are going to get started and see who wins between Mario and Dark Samus. Dark Pit went down. Will Dark Samus go down?
3, 2, 1, go!
Alright, Animal Crossing Island stage. So far, Mario's kind of jumping around. Doesn't really feel like fighting. How does that bode for the rest of this match? We'll find out shortly. Okay, both fighters actually choosing to use their ranged projectiles. And Victini for Dark Samus, that's going to be Final Smash immediately, so Dark Samus can use Final Smash, and this will not tick down. Because it was not through the meter, so it is just a matter of whether or not she's going to use it, and she is. So Mario's going to actually sidestep that, and then jump into it at the last second, but mostly ineffective Final Smash. That being said, didn't really waste it. It was pretty much free. All right, Scizor for Mario as well. One of the best one of the best Pokemon you can get in this game in terms of overall damage output, and we are seeing Dark Samus pay for that at the moment. But Scizor is gonna leave. Mario can actually get stunned up, heads on a Captain's boat over there, and we got Staryu for Dark Samus, gonna do some damage here to Mario, and Dark Samus gonna heal up off the bananas. This island's fruit of choice, and Mario's got a banana peel. Will he make Dark Samus slip? Does not look like it. Mario gotta be careful here. Gets thrown off the side of the stage, but he does manage to survive. Dark Samus actually takes the slight lead now thanks to healing up from the bananas, and Mario's gonna miss the attack to get rid of the Pokeball. The throw from Dark Samus is Snivy gonna take out Mario. Mario is not gonna be able to recover thanks to Snivy's repositioning, but Mario almost lost Final Smash, still has it, so he does not completely lose hope just yet. Now he has Final Smash, he has a Pokeball. It's Goldeen, not the Pokeball you want to get. He's gonna miss the Final Smash, tries to hit Dark Samus into it after the fact, but it doesn't work, doesn't need it. The side smash gonna take out Dark Samus. We are all tied up at 0% apiece. Okay, Dark Samus, now back on the map where she performed relatively well, and she's gonna have her Final Smash one more time, thanks to Victini's early gift to her. But Mario still not out of it at this point, but needs to make something happen here. Not doing quite enough damage, and there's really nowhere for Mario to go. He can't really dodge this final smash unless he gets behind it. Will Dark Samus use it? This one can tick down. It is starting to tick down. Will she use it? She has an opportunity to use it. Halfway down. 3/4 of the way down. She is going to use it at the last second, and Mario almost manages to dodge it, but he does dodge the about half of the final smash, so it is still tied up. We might go into sudden death. We've got a Master Ball for Mario and Zoroark, but it's not going to matter because we're going to sudden death for the first time in many tournaments. Who's going to get the first blood? Mario gets the win, and Dark Samus will go down. Mario supporters, unfortunately, he advances. All right, so Mario Blue, with that win, is going to leave our leaderboard where BP still in the lead with 11 points, 0 for 3. 0 for 3 from BP. Very, very impressive stuff so far, and we still have 3 for 3 for Behind the 8 Ball. Normally Behind the 8 Ball would be leading the pack with a perfect prediction streak and his sponsor still in it, but that's not how things work tonight. So it is BP in first, and Prince Anime, Gina Leah, and Gigantic Pingu in second place. All right, on we go. Remember, sponsors don't matter quite so much tonight. Really, you're focused on getting your predictions wrong. That is where the majority of your points will come from tonight. 30 of your potential 35. Now, we've got another matchup in the round of 16 here. This time it's Sonic versus Wario at the Olympic Winter Games. I believe that was the title. All right. So if you think that Sonic will lose, predict 7. If you think Wario will lose, predict 8. Now, it does say that this is Sonic White, and I'm not sure if I trust my database entry for this one, because this doesn't really feel like Sonic White to me. This is like Sonic Faded Navy or something. I don't know. Bleached Navy, I guess, to Prince Anime's point. So get those votes in. We got, well, actually, we have 11 votes in. Oh, it's the gauntlets for the color, so it is Sonic White. Oh, okay, that makes sense. That means this is Sonic voiced by Jaleel White. Okay, Faded Navy, classic color, thank you. I'm really good at identifying colors. Color theory is my specialty, but hopefully predicting incorrectly is yours. We are going to close up the predictions for match number 4, and we are going to get right into this one as well. Cruising along. Okay, Wario versus Sonic. Here we go. Jungle Japes. And Sonic, honestly, very floaty. Wario, not so much, but Wario can hit pretty heavy, and we've seen Wario get a number of kills this season. In fact, he got us a win this season as well. Sonic Dusty. But Sonic really is doing all the damage at the moment to Wario. It really is only going to take one hit from Wario to do all this damage right back to Sonic, though. Now they're both just jumping back and forth. A nice throw from Sonic, but Wario's right back into the fray with his motorcycle. Sonic's got to be a little bit careful here. He's using his recovery a little bit recklessly. Neither fighter seems to actually want to commit to doing any damage to the other. I actually totally agree with you, Gina Lee. I wish that Sonic had different color variants. I feel like there were a few missed opportunities on licensed characters to have different forms, but I guess the licensed companies were not particularly interested in seeing those kinds of variants, but it would have been cool to have like Amy or Silver or, you know, anything like that as other playable characters. But alas, here we are. Sonic's is getting carried away by the current, but he does manage to recover again with great recovery. Wario has been sitting on 43 damage for quite some time, and I say that, and he does finally take damage as the screen will be blocked by a Nintendo. So we can't really see what's going on here, but really it's just more jumping around, or so it seems. We might see another sudden death here. Oh, Sonic carried away by the water. He goes down as he's going to get the assist trophy, and here we go. Zero, speaking of other licensed characters that didn't see their own introduction as a palette in this one, we've got Zero from Mega Man. who does do a lot of damage to Wario. It does not look like Wario will be able to recover, so he goes down, and he will not have his final smash as a result. Both fighters very close, or I should say close in equivalence to getting their final smash. There's another Pokeball available. Wario's got it. It's Abra. We saw Abra earlier. It will teleport Sonic off the stage, potentially. And that could actually be relatively impactful on this one, because we did see Sonic get carried away by the water. Wario goes for a swim briefly. There goes Abra, taking Sonic out of it one more time. All right, Sonic thinking about it. Now they're, again, just jumping. 30 seconds left. We could see sudden death on Jungle Japes. We are about as dead even as we could possibly be, but Alucard is here to turn the tide for Wario, potentially. 20 seconds, Sonic needs to dance to avoid Alucard. For those of you paying attention at home, Alucard backwards is Dracula, and no! Wario may not be able to recover! Can he buy enough time? He cannot buy enough time for himself to get the sudden death! And just like Sonic lost the first stock, Wario will lose the second stock to the current, and the water claims one more victim. Sonic will move on to the quarterfinals to take on Mario. So we actually will have a Sonic and Mario matchup. Very fun for that one. And now it is Gina Leah, Gigantic Pingu, and BP all tied for first place with 12 points apiece. 1 of 4 in terms of predictions. And behind the 8 ball is still perfect. 4 for 4. Could we see the precision prize tonight? That would be certainly an interesting turn of events, especially in a format like this. And Gamey Katie also 3 for 3. Okay, on we go to match number 5. We've got Zelda versus Jigglypuff. This is probably, if I may jinx it as the caster, maybe a little bit of caster's curse, but I would say this may be a unanimous one. We've seen Zelda very successful in the past. Jigglypuff not so much, but maybe Jigglypuff will perform the best under pressure here. We got 8 votes for Jigglypuff, 0 for Zelda. And one other thing I should mention, I did mention this at the beginning of the stream, but also just as an aside for Katie, who joined late, sometimes you have to wonder, should you really be playing to lose, or should you actually be playing to win and just accept that you don't know your stuff? That's the big question here. Behind the 8 ball, the only person who is perfect on predictions so far tonight, going against the entire rest of the chat, all alone on Zelda. Okay, there we go. Gamey Katie does move does move to Zelda. We still have one more vote outstanding, if anybody is still out there wishing to drop their prediction. Otherwise, 8 of you preying upon Jigglypuff's downfall, and 2 of you believing that Jigglypuff has what it takes. And Gina Leah is going to throw her support behind Zelda, or actually behind Jigglypuff, technically. Well, that's not really true. I guess you are kind of supporting the fighter that you are predicting for. You just don't think that they'll win. Not sure. Okay. I'm glad that you're driving safe, Rowan. But definitely prioritize getting home safe over playing in Smash Tourney. You'll have an opportunity to win regardless. But I appreciate the kind words. Okay, with that, we are going to close the predictions for match number 5, and we are not going to skip this battle. Our 5th match of the round of 16 is underway between Zelda and Jigglypuff. Gotta support the underdog. So 3 people have predicted Zelda, 8 people have predicted Jigglypuff. Will they be right? Will they be wrong as we head to Smashville as our first stage of likely 2? Zelda has done all the damage to Jigglypuff. Those of you who predicted Jigglypuff looking pretty smug right now, I would tend to think. 62%. Jigglypuff can't even get back to the ground. Zelda is doing a great job of this positioning, and that was actually a nice move. Takes out the Knight there. And actually, I don't know if Zelda threw the Pokeball she did. So we got Darkrai. Darkrai, I don't know if we've ever even seen Darkrai on this game show before, but that was Darkrai in his first appearance, at least in quite some time, and did do a little bit of damage to Jigglypuff there, but Jigglypuff has still managed to do some damage in return to Zelda, so it's not completely over. Here's the assist trophy. We got Springman for Jigglypuff, so Jigglypuff looking to get some help here. That punch from Springman is going to take out the Knight for Zelda as well, so that's one less tool in her. Well, actually I say that, but it's back. We got another assist trophy for Jigglypuff. This time we got Isaac. So we got Springman and Isaac both looking at a nice move from Zelda to completely dodge both assist trophies. But she is getting pushed away by Isaac a little bit, but now Isaac's a little bit too high. That's not the kind of positioning that you want to see, and Isaac's gonna miss the grab overall. Here's the last opportunity for him to get a KO. No, he's got one more in him. He's gonna push Zelda away. Is that enough for the kill? Can she recover? She can. What an incredible recovery from Zelda. She's still in it for sure, even though she's actually at a slight disadvantage at the moment. Metroid gonna come out for Jigglypuff. All the items going towards Jigglypuff ever since we saw Darkrai's first appearance here. That is Zelda taking out Jigglypuff while being grabbed by the Metroid, and Jigglypuff will waste no time after respawning, gonna use the final smash, and we actually see a Jigglypuff final smash kill. That will get rid of Zelda's final smash as well. So we are all tied up, but Zelda is going to be closer to final smash. Jigglypuff tries for the sleep kill, but Zelda's on 0 damage. Jigglypuff's got to recover. Zelda cannot recover, and the stage morph is going to be that. Jigglypuff moves on. Oh no, Jigglypuff moves on. Okay. Well, technically, 8 of you get correct predictions from that, but that's probably not how the majority of you thought that one was gonna go. Jigglypuff somehow takes down a juggernaut in Zelda, and that's gonna put Gina Leah, our last week's winner, in first place at the moment with 14 points, and unfortunately behind the 8 ball is gonna join the rest of the crew with an incorrect prediction, or maybe fortunately, depending on how you look at it. And there is still a lot of tournament left to be played, so never underestimate Jigglypuff. It's true. Jigglypuff did very well in this particular tournament. On we go to match number 6. We've got Pyra and Mithra versus Olimar, or technically Alf, I suppose. Alf Green. So Pyra and Mithra, you think they got it? Predict 12. If you think Olimar/Alf's got it, predict 11. Who will lose this one? Thermal pollution. Okay, here's the big tell, right? Every week, in and out, without fail, thermal pollution sponsor loses in the first round. Tonight, thermal pollution has sponsored Olimar/Alf. How does thermal pollution's luck change based on this particular tournament format tonight? My secret, says thermal pollution. Well, we are about to find out. We got 10 votes in, looking for one more. If anybody's still holding out, there we go. We got Rowan probably pulling over to the side of the road one more time to drop that prediction. So we got 11 votes in, 7 for Alf, 4 for Pyra and Mithra. That means that the majority of you think that Pyra and Mithra will actually win this tournament. Let's see. That's my secret, Thermal. I'm always polluted. That's the famous Avengers line. All right. Predictions for this match are closed, and we are going to check out match number 6. Actually, just got home perfect, so now you won't have to worry about crashing. All right, Rowan is in it. Rowan is in it, and we got Pyra and Mithra versus Alf on a Xenoblade stage, so Pyra and Mithra feeling pretty good about this one. All right, Alf. Alf is one of the pick'ems from Pick'em. All right, so far, Alf actually doing an insane amount of damage. Somehow, some way. Doing a lot of damage to Pyra at the moment. But that was a nice... Oh, Pyra tried to counter, and here we got another Xenoblade member. We got Riki. Keep on rolling. What kind of ability are we doing here? All right, it's going to be jump power, or actually maybe extra damage power. I don't even remember exactly what this is. The freeze from Riki not gonna land. Pyra is able to recover, but she's at 130% to Alf's 38%. It is a dominating force from Alf tonight, as we've got a clap trap from Alf. He's gonna throw the red Pikmin at Pyra, or at Mithra rather, or I guess that was Pyra, goes down. Jigglypuff won last match, believe it or not. All right, and wow, we went from one home favorite stage to another. So we are on the Pikmin stage at the moment, and Pyra and Mithra are gonna miss their final smash. So Alf, with a full stock advantage, about to get his final smash as well. And actually, that almost gives Alf the final smash, but Pyra and Mithra are able to take him out for the time being. We've also got Ditto gonna make a second appearance here. We got Mithra versus Alf. Alf with the final smash available. Here we go, the Dolphin. I think that's what it's called. Gonna do some damage here. Is it enough for the kill? It's enough to do a little bit of damage to the Ditto clone, but not the main here. We got Rodon here to punch Alf. Alf might be throwing this one away. He's got so much to deal with at the moment. Ditto's finally gone. Mithra, Pyra doing a lot of damage here. Rodon with a nice hit. This is gonna, oh man, that play from Pyra. Can Alf recover? He's gonna try. He is able to recover. We got a Alolan Raichu for Pyra as well. It's not looking good for Alf. Alf's just trying to hold on to the edge. Is he able to recover? He is able to recover one more time. Can Pyra finish the job? Can she mount this incredible comeback? She can indeed. So Pyra and Myth are gonna pull that one out in the clutch. Alf, unfortunately, could not keep up with the items that Pyra and Mithra were able to throw at him in the second half of that tournament. So Pyra will move on, and Alf will not, which is good news for those of you who believed that Alf would lose. Thermal Pollution was sweating for a minute, but now Thermal Pollution is going to jump up to third place and lock in those 5 sponsor points for that loss tonight. It is Gina Leah and Gigantic Pingu, though, to catch in first place. Otherwise, other than that, we've got a 5-way tie for third, so it is still anybody's game. We got 2 matches left to go in the round of 16. Let's see how that continues to develop. With a matchup that we are not totally unfamiliar with, at least for one of them. We've got Fox versus Incineroar. We've seen Incineroar a lot recently. Predict 13 if you think that Fox will lose. Predict 14 if you think Incineroar will lose. Orange Fox versus Orange Cat. Who will end up with the upper hand on this one? BP throwing that support behind Incineroar technically. Kind of. Dusty again, we got Dusty Incineroar. Actually, that really does look like a dust texture on his head. It really doesn't look like fur. That really does just look like a thick coating of dust. 9 votes in. We got 2 more potentially out there. Who's feeling it? We got 3 people thinking that Incineroar is going down. We got a lot of people thinking that Fox is going down. Will we see the side B spam of Incineroar from 2 tournaments ago? Or will we see the less impressive version of Incineroar show up tonight in this lose-to-win tournament bracket? Ten votes in, 1 more for Fox's downfall. 1 more vote outstanding. And we'll see who gets it. Give you guys a few more seconds. And then in case you want to change it, you're always welcome to change up until we freeze the predictions. But as it stands, many people think Fox will lose. 70-30 split. All right, well, hopefully everybody's in that wants to be, because one of you is not going to be getting your prediction point in this particular round. I don't know who it is, but we're going to close up the predictions, and we're going to get started with match number 7. Here we go. Fox versus Incineroar. Ooh, on balloon fights. Very interesting. We'll see if either of these fighters go down, either to this very unique stage wrap or to this water monster down below. Right now, it's pretty even. There's the side piece, move from Incineroar that we've come to know and love, and there's the stage wrap coming into play. Gotta be careful. Fox, maybe not in a great position, but does wrap around. There's a Pokeball on the right side of the map. Fox will roll into it, perhaps barrel roll into it. I don't even know what the Pokeball was. I don't think it even worked, or it's off stage, or something happened. I don't know what went on there, but actually Fox gonna draw first blood and take out Incineroar's first stock, but Fox, okay, manages to escape the water monster thanks to the stage morph. We've got an assist trophy, which Fox is gonna grab, but Incineroar with a huge punch. Again, that's gonna take Fox out, so we are tied up. Knuckles, the Echidna, is gonna do a little bit of damage to Incineroar here, but maybe not quite enough. We'll find out shortly. Another side B move. Fox has to be careful here. You don't want to throw this away. Can Fox recover? He is able to recover through the spinning blocks. Later, says Knuckles, but not after doing quite a bit of damage to Incineroar. Fox has Final Smash first and will land it. Is this enough to get the kill on Incineroar? Star Fox Squadron coming in hot, 91% damage on Incineroar, and no, he gets floated out into the blast zone. It looks like the knockback actually wasn't enough, but it was just a little bit too much for Incineroar to handle. He had the Final Smash available and could potentially have brought that one back, but unfortunately it will be Fox moving on over Incineroar in tonight's tournament. And where does that leave us? Where does that leave us? We've got Prince Anime, Thermal Pollution, Gina Leah, Gigantic Pingu, four-way tie in first place at the moment. So 4 people currently vying for that first place spot, and not many people too far behind, honestly. It is still absolutely anybody's game in this one. With honestly worth mentioning, 6 of 7 for behind the 8 ball through these first 7 matches. Okay, on we go to match number 8. Here we go. We got Joker versus Villager, and now this one is impactful. For those of you who are here at the beginning of the tournament, which is most of you, we know that we've got 3 people with sponsors of Joker. Will Joker go down that easily? Will Villager go down first? Who knows? 3 people think that Joker goes down now. 3 people think that Villager goes down now. And we got a number of people still waiting, thinking about their decision here. Prince Anime, they're showing the support for Joker at the moment, or maybe misplaced support. That's 10 votes in. We got 1 more to go, and it is worth mentioning that a couple people that maybe sponsored Joker, not actually going to predict Joker on this one, maybe trying to take advantage of the points here, knowing that if Joker does lose, you know, that's 5 points locked in. But if Villager loses, that's an extra point. Okay, Jaguar is going to switch up the vote here at the end. I think there's still 1 more person potentially out there that had that Joker sponsor. I don't know if they're going to want to throw their vote in or not. But make sure to get those votes in if you have not already. It looks like I don't actually know who we're waiting for at the moment. I don't know, but hopefully you guys are keeping track at home of whether or not you're in. Okay, match number 8. Vote now or forever hold your peace. Okay, last round in the round of 6, or last match in the round of 16, I should say, is between Joker and Villager. Now this one is interesting. I think this might be Joker's first appearance in Season 2 of Smash Tourney. Soul is dead, and Alf killed them. Well, that's actually completely understandable. Solo XOXO doesn't know how to participate in a tournament if they can't win it, clearly, with all the success that they've seen. Alright, Spiral Mountain here. We haven't seen Banjo and Kazooie very much this season, if at all. We're going to have to hopefully get them in this one. Joker finally doing some return damage to Villager here. Will we see the gyroid spam? As I mention it, out it comes. Here's the assist trophy. We got another Metroid, this one for Villager. It's actually not grabbing Joker at all. Joker's done a great job of positioning himself away from this Metroid. I guess none of the fighters know about this extra life honeycombs in the background, but that's okay. Metroid gonna leave without doing hardly any damage. There was an assist trophy over on the right side of the map. I don't know if it fell down or not. Okay. I'm so sorry, Thermal. Alright, Joker gonna bring out his persona here. Actually, to great effect. That does quite a lot of damage to Villager. Villager is taking quite a lot of damage here, 82%. And there is an assist trophy hanging on the very, very edge of the stage if either fighter wants to go for it. This looks very awkward, having a stage rotate in 3D like this. And we got the Squid Sisters! We don't see this very often, but the blast zone will close in. That means that the fighters have to stay close to the center. They're at risk of going out, and Villager has to be careful. Villager goes down first. Can Joker recover? He is. Yeah, okay, he's all right. And that assist trophy worked out really well for him, but the bowling ball is going to take out Joker in the end. Is Inkay going to come out for Villager? Will we stage morph, or will we stay here now that we've got 2 kills in quick succession? Okay, we are going to stage morph away anyways. Villager actually starting to do some damage here as we go to the Arms Arena. We got another assist trophy. Villager using these items really effectively. Samurai Goro for Villager. Gonna give Joker his final smash, and it is gonna land. So we have seen Joker SD off of that final smash before, but it's okay. Is this enough for the kill with the knockback? Not quite, but that's gonna give Villager their final smash. We're stage morphing back to Spiral Mountain. Will Villager have a chance to build a house with Tom Nook? Yes, but oh, it does land. Joker's taking so much damage. And those of you who believed that Joker would go down first end up being correct, as Villager is going to actually end up moving on over Joker in this one. So with that, Villager gets the win. And where does that leave us through 8 matches? Through the first round of the tournament, we've got 3 people tied for first place in Prince Anime, Thermal Pollution, and Gina Leah, all vying for first place. Thermal Pollution, I know right now, is really feeling like this is his tournament. 7 for 8 from behind the 8 ball, though. This could potentially go down as one of our, what would have been our best scores ever if that prediction rate holds tonight. But of course, not the night in which you want to have a score like that. Okay, on we go to match number 9. And remember, the way that this is going to work, actually, I'll explain it as soon as we get to the matchup screen here. We're in round 2, the quarterfinals, starting with our first quarterfinal matchup. We've got Wolf versus Sora. Same deal here. Predict who you think is going to lose. If you have either one of these fighters sponsored, currently your sponsor is earning you 2 points. If they lose, you will stick with those 2 points. If they advance to the next round, the least amount of points you can earn is, or I should say the most amount of points you can earn is 1. If they advance to the finals, the most you can earn is 0, and you really, really don't want your fighter tonight to win. So it is Wolf versus Sora. Behind the 8 ball, finally hoping to potentially get, maybe actually going for as best of a score as he can, in reality, at this point. But you never know. You never know. Wolf with 1 vote there. We got 9 votes in, looking for 1 more vote to come in, unless Soul XOXO makes a reappearance. All right, and that's 10 votes in. Gamey Katie throwing their support behind number 4 in Sora. So I'll give you guys a little bit extra time. This was pretty fast, so I want to make sure that you guys have an opportunity to change your vote if you want to. Otherwise, 6 of you thinking that Wolf will lose, and 4 of you thinking that Sora will lose. All right, looks pretty stable to me. Gonna close up predictions for this one. And let's take a peek at our first quarterfinal matchup. What do we got? Wolf versus Sora.
3, 2, 1, go!
This music does not feel fitting for this stage whatsoever, but okay, it's Kirby music, I suppose. Wolf and Sora going head-to-head here. Pretty even to start things out. Okay. Lots of jumping. We've seen this a lot, especially from Sora. Pokeball over there. Wolf's not going to be able to grab it. That's a snatch from Sora there. And it is Obama Snow. Which, not a great positioning for Obama Snow, but that turnaround could potentially do some damage to Wolf, maybe. Nope, we will not see any success from Obama Snow there. I think the devs were a little bit scared to make big Pokemon successful. We have an assist trophy. We see Knuckles back again. We have Obama Snow. See, if you were a subscriber to the channel, you could use the Obama Snow emote like Prince Anime just did. Or you can claim the free emote from channel rewards. Okay, Sora at 138% at the moment. Wolf looking extremely strong, and there goes Sora down right now. Knuckles is going to leave, and we have another Pokeball in play. Sora's maybe thinking about grabbing it. He's going to have an opportunity to do so. No, Wolf is going to steal it. It is Fennekin. Can Sora dodge it? No, he cannot. Fennekin doing a bit of damage to Sora here, who has Final Smash available. Maybe needs to use it to try to even the playing field. But Sora is running out of time and HP as we speak. There's the Final Smash available, and he's going to completely miss. So Sora not looking good at the moment. Wolf in prime position for a 2-stock at the moment. Almost an entire full stock and percentage ahead of Sora, but that, oh, not able to, Sora tried to hit him out of the blast zone. Wolf not able to be maneuvered so easily. Pyukumuku for Sora. That punch actually does a decent amount to Wolf. Wolf has Final Smash available. This could potentially take out Sora right now if he uses it. Sora! Wow, what a play from Sora using the recovery to kill Wolf. Wolf loses the Final Smash as a result and 110% on Sora, but Sora's still in it as a result. Using the Keyblade to do quite a lot of damage to Wolf here in the second stock, but Wolf really not concerned just yet. Pokeball in play. Will he grab it? Sora's gonna get the Pokeball first. It's Vulpix. Vulpix gonna take out Wolf. Wolf absolutely throws the match away in a horrible fashion, and Sora will move on. Oh, Wolf, I maybe cast or cursed him because Wolf looked like that was an easy 2-stock, but instead it's gonna be Sora that moves on. Which I think is good news for the majority of you because I think most people ended up predicting that way anyways, but it is now Thermal Pollution and Gina Leah who tie each other with 20 points apiece in the lead. And of course, the 2 points for Wolf for Behind the 8 Ball will be locked in at the moment, so it is now down to predictions. Can Behind the 8 Ball catch up to first place? Will our first place, and actually first through 7th place, through 8th place fighters flounder their predictions here? There's only one way to find out. Okay, on we go to our next quarterfinal matchup. One that, of course, many people have been looking forward to. Since the dawn of time, we have two classic video game characters. In fact, so classic that they have been pitted up against each other in their own standalone series, and we have Mario versus Sonic at the Smash Tourney quarterfinal games. Predict 5 if you think Mario will lose. Predict 7 if you think Sonic will lose. Degaba with that Sonic sponsor, hoping to get those 2 points to climb back up the leaderboard. Do you have to consider, as Sonic says after all, who's too slow? Who is too slow? Lose. All right. That's 10 votes in. Give you guys a little bit extra time in case you want to switch it up. It's currently a 5-5 tie. Nobody's really sure who will lose the Olympic Games matchup. Hopefully we go to like Wii Sports Resort or something fitting. Wouldn't that be nice? I don't ask for much, but maybe Sakurai can spot me this one. All right. Well, looks like everybody's in, so we're going to close the predictions for this one and check out our second semifinal matchup. Two video game titans going head-to-head, and it is not, in fact, Wii Sports Resort. But it is a Street Fighter stage. Masahiro is not our Masahiro. That's so true. But we could stage morph there. You never know. It's too soon to speak ill of Sakurai. So far, Mario's done a lot of the damage. Of course, every time we play the stage, the fighters tend to stay on the right side of the stage, and the blast zone is very small over on the right side of that stage as Gray Fox comes out from Mario. So this is actually quite a lot of damage to Sonic. Sonic trying to maybe throw this one away. Sonic is not even trying, and Gray Fox is going to get the KO. Mario's only taking 8% damage from Sonic. In fact, Gray Fox is going to interrupt Sonic's charge, and definitely this is not Wii Sports Resort, as we've got Jeff here to do some damage. Can Sonic recover? Mario with a nice move there, but he can't recover himself, but the lava going to save Mario. That would have been a death, but fortunately this stage, a bit more forgiving when it comes to falling down. Sonic has Final Smash available. He will use it right now. Is this enough to get the kill on Mario, though? No, it is not. Not even close. Mario still at less percent than Sonic on his second stock. Mario with a nice uppercut on Sonic. Toadstool jump off of Sonic as well. Okay, Pokeball down below. The lava is going to take out Sonic at the end. So the lava saves Mario and kills Sonic. Very unforgiving, but Mario will move on into our semifinal matchup to take on Sora. So again, two titans of video games moving on there in that semifinal matchup, but Sonic will fall short. Sonic should probably be embarrassed if you think about it. Gina Leah now takes sole first place position at the moment. Will Gina Leah get her first back-to-back in Smash Tourney. We'll have to find out. There's still 5 more matches left to go. Thermal Pollution jumps up into the 2nd slot along with Gigantic Pingu. Maybe, I guess Thermal Pollution may have already been there. But we have a 2-way tie for 2nd at the moment, just behind Gina Leah. And it is worth noting that that Sonic sponsor is going to lock in Degaboo's 2 points. So Degaboo has a little bit of work to do here to catch up in terms of overall predictions. Can he do it? That is the question. Got to start getting them wrong, though, as everybody does. On to match number 11, our 3rd quarterfinal of the night. Maybe one that not many people suspected, Jigglypuff versus Pyra and Mythra. Now, I will say, people definitely expected Pyra and Mythra to advance. Not many people thought that Jigglypuff would advance. Will Jigglypuff actually use this tournament as an opportunity to get a win? To prove the haters wrong, Thermal Pollution does think so. Thermal Pollution's thinking that Pyra and Mythra are going down. Everybody else currently throwing their support behind Pyra and Mythra. They do think that Jigglypuff will lose here in the quarterfinals. 7-2. Gina Leah throws a little bit of support behind Jigglypuff as well. Ooh, Thermal Pollution switching it up. Switching it up. Jigglypuff can't do it twice. Okay, Gamey Katie, we'll see if that's true. We'll see if that's true. Jigglypuff may want to prove you wrong, though. You know what happens when people doubt Jigglypuff. You know what happens. Jigglypuff will put everybody to sleep and draw mustaches on their face. Waiting for one more vote. If you have not yet made your prediction, make sure to do so. Looks like Degaboo, maybe? Unless I'm misunderstanding. I think I'm right. Degaboo has not yet made their prediction. If you want to drop your prediction, there we go. All right, that's 10 votes in. And I think that's everybody. And Degaboo is actually going to support Pyra and Mythra in this one. No surprise there. Degaboo is the #1 Jigglypuff supporter of all time. We'll see if that support is misplaced in tonight's match or not. We're going to close the predictions and get started with quarterfinal number 3. Oh, Gina Leah, it's not the time to lose your internet. You're in the lead. You got to hold on to that lead. All right, as we're on the Persona stage, a nice block from Jigglypuff. 3 blocks in a row from Jigglypuff. Look at these moves. Okay, Jigglypuff here to battle for sure, but does take quite a lot of damage from Pyra's Flaming Sword, so can never really count Pyra out of this one. Oh no, what a shame, says Prince Anime. Exactly. Okay, Jigglypuff maybe thinking about going for the Pokeball. Tried to put Pyra to sleep, but missed, unfortunately. There's a Pokeball up top. Pyra's going to grab it, and it's the Lati duo here, Latios and Latias. Will they do enough damage to Jigglypuff? Jigglypuff's going to try to dodge them. Very floaty. Not looking great for Jigglypuff, but did manage to dodge some amount of the damage. Another Pokeball for Pyra and Mythra. Mythra's got Pyukumuku this time, or sorry, not Pyukumuku, Mimikyu this time. Mimikyu will insta-kill if it grabs you at 100% damage. Jigglypuff is in danger at the moment. Has to dodge Mimikyu this entire time. Mimikyu's going for the lunge, maybe. Thinking about it, and it's got Jigglypuff. Will it be enough to take him out? And Jigglypuff will go down as soon as this is over. Pyra and Mythra now go up 1 stock, but the shield break on Jigglypuff, the side smash, that's enough to get the kill. Jigglypuff's gonna even this up, and Jigglypuff is close to final smash as well. And I guess that was Shadow the Hedgehog, but he goes down, and this is Jigglypuff trying to put Pyra to sleep, but is unsuccessful at the moment as we're on the Wrecking Crew stage. We're always here at least once every single tournament. Vulpix is going to blow up the stage, but not really damage Pyra in the process. Here's Jigglypuff's final smash. It is available. Using it in a really dangerous position. Can Mythra block it? Yes, she can. Not really where you want to do it. All of the sides actually goes off screen, unfortunately. Mythra about to get her final smash as well, which is a lot more deadly than Jigglypuff's ever was, but Jigglypuff could still pull out some surprise here with a sleep, but that's gonna be a bit of damage here. Is it enough to get the KO though? It's 50% currently on Jigglypuff. In 93, it's not enough to get the KO, so Jigglypuff's still in it. There's an assist trophy. It's the Hammer Brothers. Hammer Bros. Here to do a little bit of damage. Honestly feels fitting for the Wrecking Crew stage. There's a Pokeball up top, and Jigglypuff is not here to get it. It is Electrode. Again, another fitting member for the Wrecking Crew stage. And is that enough to get rid of Jigglypuff? Not quite. Jigglypuff has to figure something out here. Maybe gonna play for sudden death, but the up smash not enough for Pyra there. Jigglypuff singing to sleep, but is gonna miss. Jigglypuff is just trying to buy time, but it's not gonna be enough. Pyra and Mithra gonna finish that one out, and Jigglypuff unfortunately cannot do it again. As Jamie Kitty said, Pyra and Mithra will move on. Jigglypuff cannot, and that means that our leaderboard will see who at the top of this one. Pyra and Mithra get that win. Thermal Pollution, Gina Leah, Gigantic Pingu, all tied, 4 of 11, 23 points apiece. This is exactly where they want to be. At the moment, it's all going to come down to predictions for this one, and our tiebreaker procedure tonight will be the opposite of what it normally is. We will play matches for losses at the moment. Whoever dies first will probably end up winning, is probably what we'll do. But with that, let's move on. We got one more quarterfinal match. Maybe we won't even see a tiebreaker tonight. You never know. Although there aren't potential surprise sponsor points here at the end like there normally are, so that is worth paying attention to. As we got our last quarterfinal matchup of Fox versus Villager. Predict 13 if you think Fox will lose. Predict 16 if you think Villager will lose. All right. Get those votes in. Currently, a lot of people believing in Fox to lose this one. 8 of our 10 votes currently cast, but BP has Fox in with the sponsor, hoping to secure those 2 points in this last quarterfinal matchup. Doesn't really want to lose progress in the leaderboard by having his sponsor move on. We'll see if he does. 2 more votes, 2 more votes. Looks like behind the 8 ball and Gina Leah, but Gina Leah said that she might not make it. There we go. Gina Leah does get her vote in, and I believe it's just waiting on behind the 8 ball at the moment, and there's behind the 8 ball's vote. That's 10 votes in. Many people believing that Fox will go down in this one. Let's see if that is the case. Predictions are closed, and away we go. All right, interesting stage choice. Don't know that this really benefits one fighter more than the other. Maybe Fox has a slight advantage, can more easily dodge the Villagers' long-range attacks, I suppose. Fox has to be careful, though. The stage morph, he is going to be able to save himself there, but that was a close one. Villager's going to plant a tree. And it gets a Lowland Raichu as well. Actually uses the axe to do a lot of damage to Fox there. We have yet to ever see the tree do damage. If a Villager will chop it down, we won't see it today either. But the bowling ball, what a move from Villager there. Villager looking dominant in this particular matchup. Where are we stage morphing to? Looks like Battlefield. Oh, actually, well, it's a Kirby variant, essentially. Pokeball for Villager, what do we got? We got Swirlix, actually going to potentially be positioned very well. It's going to make it hard for Fox to get away from the edge. Fox moving very slowly. Villager maybe trying to plant the tree. Trying to water the tree using the slingshot. Gonna have to recover here with the balloons, is able to do so. There's another Pokeball down below. Fox is able to grab it. It's Victini. This will give Fox his final smash. And he's going to use it right away. It will connect, so this might actually be Villager down as well. Maybe a bit unfortunate timing for Fox overall because he was about to get the final smash from the meter anyways, but it pays off regardless. Does manage to get the kill. Villager about to get their final smash one more time. We got Isaac for Fox as well, though. So Villager may be in a bad position, being carried away. Hanging in there, getting pushed away at this point in time. Can he recover? Maybe. He's also got a final smash available if he has an opportunity to use it. He's getting pushed away by the hand again. Move being extremely effective from this Isaac assist trophy, and really Villager cannot manage to get back up. Finally, he recovers. The final smash is ticking down. It's almost gone, and Fox walks into the final smash. Horrible news. And Villager will move on. Fox almost brought that back, but unfortunately went for the assist trophy, but it played right into Villager's hands in that one. Villager will move on to take on Pyra and Mithra in the semifinals. We've got 3 matches left to go. Villager gets that win. Where does that leave our leaderboard? Thermal Pollution, Gina Leah, Gigantic Pingu, all tied for first place again at the end of the second round. So it really is coming down to these 3 individuals, and we've got 3 matches left. Will we see a tie? Will we see one person pull out ahead of the others? That is the question. There's still quite a bit of tournament left to go. And of course, we've also still got Prince Anime and developer Rowan well within striking distance, and even then Jaguar's still in play for the lead here, potentially, depending on how these last few predictions go. So if you were in the top 5 or even 6, don't count yourself out just yet. Make these last 3 predictions count. Okay, on we go. We've got our first semifinal match of the night, as our announcer will allude to here. Semifinals, we've got Sora versus Mario. Predict 4 if you think Sora will lose. Predict 5 if you think Mario will lose. What about top 9? Well, I don't know. It might be a little bit... Oh, it might be getting away from you at this point. You might be doing too well. All right. We got 8 votes in, waiting for 2 more. We'll see, and it's probably the same too. We got Gina Leanne behind the 8 ball, so we'll wait for them to get their votes in. Ooh, developer Rowan and Gamey Katie believing in Sora at the moment. Or actually believing in Mario, really. Okay. Behind the 8 ball is going to tip the scales a little bit more towards Sora, but not really. Still not quite enough. Or I guess I should say towards Mario. This is getting too confusing even for me. Hopefully we'll give Gina Leah a minute here. Hopefully Gina Leah can get her vote in, because I don't want to screw Gina Leah out of a potential back-to-back. We'll see if her internet can recover here. Otherwise, Sora has probably been the biggest expectation to fire of the night, in my opinion. Gina Leah made it in. Great. Okay. 10 votes in. You know what that means? We will move forward. Predictions for match number 13 are closed. Gina Leah gonna back Mario in the end, technically speaking. And here we go. 3 matches remain. All of this comes down to predictions at the moment.
3, 2, 1, go!
If Blue Mario wins, I think user FIFA, who did not participate in any predictions, may end up having the lowest score we've ever had, which would be -5 points. So that would almost be interesting in itself if Mario can make it all the way to the end. But as for now, we're on Mario's home stage at the moment, and doing quite a bit of damage to Sora to kick things off here. As we finally see the wind make its first appearance, Sora's going to get... Oh, Meloetta! So potentially some musical damage here onto Mario, but actually Mario's going to be able to dodge most of that, at least for the time being. Oh, and actually I say that, but Meloetta and Sora team up to get that first KO on Mario, so Mario's going to have to pull out a spectacular comeback here to have any chance of winning this whole tournament. Okay, Sora is honestly pretty well positioned. We're on the Nintendog stage. Nice counter from Sora. Mario, maybe looking to... He's really not even close to his final smash. I was going to say, maybe looking to build up his final smash. The throw from Mario, not enough to get Sora into the blast zone. He's thinking about it again. A nice kick, but that's going to kick Sora into the Pokeball. This time he's got Vulpix. Mario going to use Fire on Vulpix, but doesn't work, actually, believe it or not. The Thunder is going to connect a couple times on Mario. Mario's got to be careful positionally. Blocks are going to start falling from the sky. That's going to actually hit Sora for quite a bit of damage. Sora at 131%. Mario could bring this back. That's a kick. That's going to take him out. Both fighters very close to their final smashes. Mario's going to get Chef Kawasaki as well, which could potentially eat up Sora. Maybe Sora's got final smash first. Is he going to miss? He's gonna completely miss. Can Mario bring this back? Mario's about to get his final smash. He's got it. The chef could potentially cook up Sora. He's gonna miss, but can Mario use the final smash effectively? The chef's gone. A nice punch from Mario. The final smash is gonna completely miss as well. So not great. Both final smashes missed, but Mario's completely brought this one back within the realm of possibility. Oshawott is gonna take Sora out of the game, and Oshawott is gonna get the kill. Mario will move on somehow, some way. Mario gets the job done in an incredible comeback. I said he was gonna need it, and he pulled it off. That is very Smash T32 hype indeed. So Mario with that win. Where does that put user Fifu on the overall leaderboard? I'm sure he's in last. 0 points now, down from 5. Down all the way to 0 because Mario's guaranteed himself a spot in the finals. A finals win will end up in -5 points overall. Solo XOXO gave up because their predictions were just way too good. 5 of 6 all the way through. But look at this, guys. We got Gina Leah 1 point ahead of a 3-way tie for second. So there's 2 matches left to go. Can Gina Leah hold on to this lead? Needs to get both of these next 2 predictions right to get a guaranteed win. Otherwise, there's absolutely room for Thermal Pollution developer Rowan and Gigantic Pingu to catch Gina Leah. Will it work, though, is the question. Prince Anime voted who he thought he would win. Okay, well, that makes a lot of sense. That was your mistake. Okay, on to match number 14. We got 2 games left. This time it's Pyra and Mithra versus Villager. Predict 11 if you think Pyra and Mithra will lose. Predict 16 if you think Villager will lose. Think carefully. These predictions matter quite a lot, especially for those of you in the top 5 or 6. It's all going to come down to this and making these predictions correctly. All right, 9 votes in. Gina Leah is here. You love to see it. Now we're just waiting up behind the 8 ball. Get that last vote in, and we'll get rolling. I want to give out these prizes tonight. Remember, it's a $10 consolation prize. Probably should ask Degaboo if he wanted it to be 2 separate rolls or if it should be one $10 prize, but we'll do a $10 prize tonight, and we'll reevaluate that going forward if we should give out multiple consolation prizes whenever the consolation prize pool goes up. But for now, $10 on the line for the winner, $10 on the line for a participant. Who will it be? $10 rolls for $1. Now we're talking. All right, behind the 8 ball, if you're out there and you want to get your vote in, make sure to do so now so it counts. $10 on the line for the consolation. 100 rolls for $1 million. That's an idea. All right. Time is ticking down. Looks like we will move forward. I'm going to close up the predictions. I'll talk a little bit slowly just in case anything sneaks in at the last second. Okay, predictions are closed, and we are going to get started with our second semifinal. Oh, behind the 8 ball. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I got you. Oh, actually, I don't got you. We're starting. I'm so sorry. I thought I reopened the predictions, but I did not. I actually just started it. So anyways, on we go. We're not going to skip this battle. Sorry for that. On we go. We got Pyra and Mithra versus Villager in this one.
3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, Newport City. So we're on a huge map. I don't know. Oh, Pyra and Mithra, gotta be careful. Can they recover? They can. That looked very dangerous for a moment. Okay, tree planted for Villager. Maybe we can find... Oh, we gotta be careful. This can instantly kill. That thing will eat and instantly kill anybody that it comes into its path. So they gotta be careful. Villager is playing with fire right now. Pokeball up top. Both of these fighters sticking down here, trying to not be eaten by this demon. And they are able to dodge it, but that was very risky from both fighters. Mithra gonna make her first appearance of the night. Or I guess of this particular match. Not the first of the night. does a bit of counter damage here to Villager. So we're tied at 45.5% for both people. About a minute has passed. Pokeball despawns up top. Items not really playing a particular role in this matchup. Okay, another item spawn. I believe it's a Pokeball over on the right side of the stage, but both these fighters feel content to play right here in the middle. But actually, that's going to hit Villager up. Maybe Villager's thinking about going for the item now. He's finally decided the items matter. Zoroark, who we saw earlier, but to no effect due to the sudden death, is going to make an appearance here. Actually, going to miss, but does land, finally. This does not work the same as Final Smashes. The knockback will not be significant, but it is quite a bit of damage. Sheriff for Villager as well, so another great assist trophy as we've got our demon friend out there again. Mithra getting beat up pretty bad by the assist trophy. It's gonna get spiked away. The stage morph coming in. Will it save her? Villager goes for the kamikaze play, unnecessarily so, but it actually makes Mithra lose her final smash, and Villager gonna keep his for the time being, so Villager may be able to pull this off. Maybe it was a big brain play from Villager. You never know. Here's the Tom Nook house being built. It's going to do some damage to Pyra, but is it enough to get the KO? Somehow it was at 30%. I'm shocked. But Villager will get that win and take on Blue Mario in the finals, as many people predicted. So, wow. Villager with an impressive win there, going to take down Pyra and Mithra. Where does that leave our leaderboard? Gina Leah is the sole leader, the only person. Are you guys getting deja vu? The only person that can catch Gina Leah going into the finals is Developer Rowan. That is exactly the same situation as we found ourselves last week. And we have that same situation here again tonight. Gina Leah versus Developer Rowan. It's either going to be a tie or Gina Leah wins. And if it's a tie, well, then we're going to go into some sudden death here. Well, on we go. On we go. We got one match left. This is for all the marbles.
Final.
Okay, here we go. Mario versus Villager as our match number 15 of the night to close things out. Can Gina Leah get the back-to-back? Can Developer Rowan pull off this tie? And also, it is worth noting that we'll do the tiebreaker as we normally do, except for we're going to reverse it. So you're going to want your fighter to lose in our tiebreaker. For the way the tiebreaker will work is it will be the same as it currently is, but you can pick any fighter in the entire roster to represent you, and you're going to want them to lose against the other person's fighter. So give it some thought in the case of a tie. Who you're going to want to represent you, who you think will lose the fastest out of everybody in the Smash roster. Think about it. And we can't have a Ditto fight. We've had it before, we can have it again. Think about it. But it might not even be necessary. I mean, I would say you do have to choose the opposite. You're both getting 1 point for making the prediction, and then it all comes down to who gets the correct prediction. I think you have to make the opposite prediction as Gina Leah. 9 votes in. Still waiting on behind the 8 ball. I'll give you a little bit extra time because I know, you almost made it last time. I feel bad I wasn't able to let you sneak in there, but it all comes down to this. Can Gina Leah win? Can Developer Rowan win? And will User Fifu end up with -5 points? GG. Well, you never know. You never know. Developer Rowan calling GG early here. We'll see if that's true. We've seen crazier upsets happen here on Smash Tourney. User Fifu knew something, says BP. There may be some truth to that. It was a bit mysterious for User Fifu to drop in and say Blario and then leave. Alright, behind the 8 ball, drop your prediction if you're here. Otherwise, I'm going to send us forward. Alright, looks like we are going to close this one up as well. Predictions for this are closed, and we're going to see how this goes. Mario versus Villager. For all the marbles, $10 on the line between Gina Leah and Developer Rowan at the moment. Ooh, the DK rap can join in too. DK. Donkey Kong. Okay, so right now, Villager taking quite a lot of damage to Mario. So, Developer Owen pretty confident that Villager was going to win. Does grow a tree. Will we see him cut down the tree? He's in prime position to do it. Doesn't take advantage of the positioning of Mario, though, at the moment. The firework actually does quite a lot of damage as well. Villager thinking about cutting down the tree. He was swinging the axe, but the tree was not there. Oh, Mario gets shot out of the barrel. Can he recover? Oh, no, he missed the barrel. Villager is able to recover. Oh, so unlucky for Mario. So it's looking very good for Villager at the moment. There's a Pokeball down below. Mario's going to throw Villager, but Villager is able to recover this anyways. Mario's going to have to make up some serious ground here. Okay, Takamaru for Mario. This could be what he needs. Doing a lot of damage to Villager, but actually Mario hits him out of Takamaru's grasp. Maybe not a smart play, but the uppercut from Mario also does a bit of damage. The Flood is going to miss, though. Master Ball for Mario. It's Moltres. Is this enough to do damage to Villager? No, one of the least effective Pokemon of all time ever. Okay, so Villager at 140%. Mario hanging in there. Villager about to get Final Smash. Mario not. Gyroids, though, doing good positional effort here. Midna for Mario. Mario's getting all the items. Villager maybe thinking about throwing this one away. Midna's going to throw Villager away, and Midna's going to stick around for a minute, too. As we got the DK Wrap to close us out here, Mario has to recover. He is able to recover. He's at 50%. Midna trying to throw Villager away. Not really able to do so. Both fighters just dodging each other at the moment. There's a Pokeball. Mario's going to grab it. It's Meowth. It's Payday coming out to do damage to Mario. Or to Villager. Villager's going to have to face up against Mario's Final Smash. Can he dodge the Final Smash? Yes, he can. Villager's about to get Final Smash as well. Can Mario do this? The up B is gonna, or the up smash is gonna miss for Villager. Villager's so close to Final Smash. There's the assist trophy. It's Starman. Starman and Villager with the Final Smash versus Mario. And the Starman is gonna end up taking Mario down. Villager gets the win in the end. Developer Owen maybe did call it. And with that, Villager wins. Blue Mario can't make the run through the tournament. And that, my friends, is a back-to-back for Gina Leah, who did very well last week and did very poorly this week, technically speaking. 4 of 15 for Gina Leah overall. Nobody really even ended up coming close to that in the end. Very impressive stuff, 4 of 15, and really, it's too bad, again, for Rowan to not be able to predict against Villager, but it is what it is. And Gina Leah, congratulations to you. We will get you your $10 however you wish. Let's actually switch over to the game screen here. And let's check out Villager's celebration. Villager won a tournament where you didn't want to win. So what does that really say about Villager is the question here. Villager with that win. Honestly, a pretty impressive run for Villager all the way through. Where does that leave us? Gina Leah is the winner. Only got 4 correct predictions. Sora, Pyramithra, and Fox in the first round, and Pyramithra in another round. So congratulations to Gina Leah. Very impressive performance. It is elite company that you're joining to win a back-to-back. We don't have many back-to-back winners in the Smash Tourney community, but you are one of them, which is all the more impressive given that you've only just come back to Smash Tourney. Maybe to the chagrin of everybody else. But congratulations to you, Gina Leah. I'll reach out to you on Discord, get you your $10. But as I mentioned at the beginning of the stream and throughout the stream, we're still doing a consolation prize tonight, and tonight it's $10, and you can all thank Degaboo for that. So we're going to switch over to the raffle screen, and let me pull up my raffle UI here. As always, you get 1 entry per prediction that you made tonight. You have to be here to win, and it can't be Gina Leah. If Gina Leah is drawn, we will re-roll. So who wins the consolation prize tonight? Let's find out. And this is another reminder to myself that I got to add some kind of audio to this. I think it would be fun. Ticking down. Who do we got? Who do we got? Maybe Developer Rowan? Maybe? Oh, there we go. Rowan gets the $10 after all. Congratulations to Developer Rowan, who was the runner-up anyways, and actually wins the same amount of money as Gina Leah. Pay it forward, please. Okay, we absolutely can do that, Rowan. On Discord, reach out to me, let me know how you want the money to be distributed to next week, but that's very kind of you. We will pay it forward, and there will be an extra $10 somewhere in next week's tournament. So congratulations to you. head back to this game screen here. We'll wrap things up here on the post-game screen with Gina Leah's name. Very hype, very exciting. I hope you guys enjoyed this format. I know it was a bit confusing. We definitely will not make this the permanent format, but I think it was an interesting take on things. But I'd love to hear your guys' feedback. As always, feel free to either DM me directly or leave it in the feedback channel in my Discord if you're not already in the Discord, which I think most of you are. But I'm happy to have had all of you here. Does anybody have a raid target for us while I yap on here? Otherwise, I'll pull up my Twitch and see if there's anybody live. Let's see. Ooh, Donkey is live. Oh, Prince Anime said it too. Oh man, I wasn't even looking at my own chat. I was like, oh, Donkey's live. Do you think Donkey even accepts raids? Well, we'd be made fun of if we raid Donkey with 11 people. Oh, that'd be funny. Let's see, who we got? I don't know. All right, well, we can do it. I feel like this is a horrible thing, but all right, we'll do it. We'll raid Donkey. Donkstream. It's playing Star of Providence, one of the new big mode games, I think. Let's see if he even accepts raids. Does he even? Oh, he does. Okay, I am very embarrassed by this. You can say hello if you want. Anyways, we'll be back next week. Congratulations to the winners, and have a great week, guys. And if I don't talk to you until next week, bye-bye.